Okay, so I just got done watching the first two episodes of Netflix's Black Summer. This is Netflix's zombie apocalypse TV show. It takes place in the Z Nation universe. From what I've heard, it takes place in the Z Nation universe, just in a different part of the Z Nation universe. That's just from what I've heard from my friends and online. Like, what I can do is I can just compare this to what I've seen. I can't compare to how much it connects with the Z Nation universe because I have not seen Z Nation, so I'll just leave that up to the fans right there. But let's get right into this. Okay, so episode one. Episode one is basically it's a character-driven episode. You're introduced to our four main characters. We get to see their backstory, and basically this town that they're in. It's been ran over by zombies. Basically, zombies are running over this city, and there's only a few survivors left, and it's kind of survival for the fittest. In episode one, it focuses more on the characters, and then episode two is when it starts to get more into the chaos. This is kind of it's more of a realistic show, but yeah, we get to see these characters' backstories. We get to see how they got here. We got to see like how this is survival of the fittest for everyone. So everybody has to do what's best for them, because it's kind of a live or die situation here. If you don't do what's best for you, you're screwed. You are basically zombie meat then. So you have to do, it's really survival of the fittest. And you're really so stuck with these characters, and you really get invested in these characters. And some of these characters have had losses which you can connect with, and there's this like military that's blocking off half of the city because that half of the city is being ran over by zombies, and on the other side there's like family and cousins and all that these other people have to get with. And yeah, we really get a good insight of these characters, which I really liked. These are characters that you can really grip onto. So yeah, episode one, it's split into a full arc type thing. It's where you get to really see each character's backstory. It spends about 5 to 10 minutes on each character's backstory. And yeah, I really like it because it gives you like enough insight. You learn that you have to do what's best for your friends and family, and you have to stick together in order to survive. It's survival of the fittest here. And if you help somebody else, they might be slowing you down. It depends where they are at. But you really get inside of these characters that you just grip onto, and these are really great characters here. So yeah, episode one is more of the character-driven episode. And then episode two, let's talk about that. Because I want to get back to watching this show straight away. This is just a gripping, this is just like edge of your seat gripping show right here. So I just want to film this review and get it up and then get back to watching Black Summer. Okay, so episode two, it has a very Jeepers Creepers feel to it, because there's this truck that looks very Jeepers Creepers ish, and it's following our main characters, Barbara, Son, and the other characters. I can't remember his name now. And yeah, there's this truck that's following them, and they have to get away from it. And it's very suspenseful because you're wondering, who are these people? What do they want? It just keeps you so on edge. And these are characters that were developed in the first episode that you care about, and these are like the last remaining survivors. There are a couple of other groups of survivors, but these are the characters that we're sticking with. And yeah, it's like this truck that apparently they want something. Like there's one scene where they're throwing rocks into their car, and that's a very intense scene. And episode two is more of the chaotic. There's more chaos going on. You get more of a feel on how much zombies are taking over this city, because it's very forbidden. It's very ran over. It's very dry. It's very dead, and all the zombies are taking over. And I thought the color tone and the sound effects, I thought they really come into play very well in these first two episodes. The sound effects is really what gets you so immersed into this environment. And I thought, yeah, the sound effects are good, the music is good, the acting is good. There is one problem that I did have with this episode, which it was a decision that I thought was just, it's in episode two, that I thought was just very would I really say that? Okay, so yeah, there's these two survivors, and this zombie is running after them. And I'll talk about the zombies in a minute. And she says, "I will suck your dick. Just let us in." And I'm just like, would I really say that? That's just kind of like a small little nitpick, but I suppose you would do anything just to get help, I suppose. So, but a kind of bad semi dialogue, because I was just like, would you really say that? But like, I would not say that if I was to convince someone to let me in. I don't think I would say that. But anyways, that's probably just my small nitpick. Is the dialogue is not perfect in episode 2. There are a couple of lines where you're just like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that, I guess. So yeah, there are a lot of conversations that go back and forth with our three main characters in episode 2, and it helps to develop them as characters. And yeah, like there's this whole conversation where they're like telling each other's names and if they have any families, and it gives you a good insight of their characters. And some of these characters we did not see in episode 1 from memory. So I mean, yeah, that was really cool. So I want to talk about the zombies. The zombies are not in episode 1 or in episode 2 much. You don't see them a lot, but you get a whole feel of them. You know what I mean? Okay, so the zombies. If you guys have seen the movie 28 Days Later, the zombies are kind of like that. Is like they would do anything just to attack people. Like they're banging on fences and all that. And these are just like very intense, very fast zombies. Like if you shoot them, they just keep on they just keep running after you. Like these zombies just do not stop. These are like the zombies from 28 Days Later, and that's 28 Days Later is why I love that movie so much. Is because it's a very different take on zombies, and you really get to see a different side of zombies. Like before 28 Days Later, you just saw zombies that was just like, I'll get to you in 10 years. Like they were very slow. But then in 28 Days Later, that movie proved that zombies, they have their Nikes on and they're running after you. And this Black Zombie kind of, it has that kind of same take as 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Because your zombies, like I said, they would do anything just to eat flesh. They like bang on fences. They like if you shoot them, they just keep on coming after you. Like these zombies do not give up. These zombies are a pain in the ass to take on. And yeah, man, this is a very intense show, very suspenseful. Another thing I can certainly say about this show is it doesn't really focus on characters. It's more of a chaos and just more of a survival of the fittest type show of like what will you do in this situation? Like will you do that? It's like all of the decisions that these characters make, they all matter for survival. But just for survival matters. And it might sound like I'm taking this very seriously, but it's a very realistic show where decisions need to be made properly and you need to do everything on your side. You can't really let anyone get in your way. If you want to survive, you have to do what's best for you. Like I said that before, that's one thing that just matters. Like if we were in a zombie apocalypse, like what would you do? It really plays with that, and really, like I said, these characters you can really grip onto, and these characters I think are really strong. So yeah, it's more of a chaos. It's like right from when episode 1 begins. I'm hoping as the season gets deeper in, because like I said, I've only seen the first 2 episodes. I'm hoping to see how this virus started, like before this infection, before zombies took over. I hope to see that side of this story. I hope to see, even if it's in flashback form, I would love to see how the zombies got here. How is this town so forbidden, so ran down by zombies? I would love to hopefully see like a whole episode just dedicated to that. Because I felt like when that first episode began, you didn't really get a feel of that. How do I say this? Like, right from when episode 1 began, that virus, that infection has already like spreaded, and people are already zombies. People are already in survival of the fittest mode, and they have to do its best. So yeah, it's basically right from when episode 1 begins, these zombies, this virus has already begun, and you don't know why or how it began. Like, is it a science experiment gone wrong? Like, what is it? I'm hoping as the season progresses, we learn about that. But yeah. But yeah, I thought the zombies look really good. I think the makeup looks absolutely amazing. I think the music in this is really great. There's some very intense sequences. Like I said, in episode 2, there's a rock where they find rocks in their car and they have time to get through this alleyway without getting hurt. I think that was a very intense scene there. There's a couple of intense zombie chases. Like I said, the first 2 episodes, they kind of more rely on characters. And I know I said something different before, but the first 2 episodes, you kind of get used to these characters, but it's also more chaos than characters. It's more of a realistic take on the zombie genre, this. But yeah, Black Summer, like, I cannot wait to just binge this entire show, man, because this is such an amazing show. If you have Netflix, like, you have to watch it. Like, I can not wait to get this review up and then I can just go watch episode 3, 4, 5, and 6 and just binge in this entire series today. I mean, I cannot wait. This is one of the best zombie TV shows I've seen, and I'm not usually that TV show person. I have to have a TV show that really just grips me in the first couple of minutes or I'm just out. I've tried doing that with some other shows, and I just cannot get into them anymore. And it's like other shows that I've watched, but then I can't continue watching because it just doesn't grip me like it did before. But this show, it gripped me right from the moment it started. It invested me in its characters, it invested me in its story, and the sound effects and the music are a big part of these first 2 episodes and of the entire show. Because that's what really draws you into this environment, is that sound effects. And it gives you, and the cinematography, I didn't give any credit to the cinematography. I think the cinematography was quite good in this. So yeah, they're my initial thoughts on the first 2 episodes of Black Summer. If you have seen the entire TV show, please do not put spoilers in the comment section, because I will watch the rest of the season. I want to, and I will, because this is a show I really like. I'm not sure if there's anything else to really say. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye for now.